Welcome, Wildcat fans, to our second annual Belleville Girls Basketball Season Preview Show. We're happy you could join us for tonight's look at this year's Wildcats. We're going to start this party with a few questions for JV coach Lucy Grady as she enters her third season with the Wildcats. Lucy, question number one. What's one thing that you're looking forward to the most this season?
I think it's the same answer every year, but it's home games because I just like the environment of our gym, especially the pep band nights. Brings back that nostalgia for me being an alumni. So, yeah, home games.
Awesome. All right, second question for you tonight. What's something that we can expect to see from your team each night this season?
Good question. I think something we're really focused on as a JV team this year is our willingness to learn. So coachability is going to be proven every single night for sure. Practices and games.
That's a great answer. All right, your final question for tonight. You've been at this coaching thing for a couple of years now. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned during your time on the sideline so far?
Loaded. Biggest lesson, I think, has to be how to coach individuals in a group setting. I think every single player has different motivations, different skills that need certain attention, and I think that's definitely been probably my toughest lesson to learn, but something I focus a lot on, making sure every individual has what they need from me so that they can perform well as a team.
I'm going to throw one more curveball in.
I knew this was coming.
Right. One good thing, one not so good thing from these first 3 days of practice.
Shoot, beans.
Put her on the spot.
One good thing right off the bat is energy. My girls have brought the fire these first 3 days, and I honestly could not be more grateful for that. I think it's something we were missing a tiny bit last year, so I'm really excited to be able to have that with these girls this year. One not so great thing.
You haven't seen many.
I think one thing that I think we can improve on as a team after these first 3 days that I'm not quite seeing yet that needs to come together is our communication. It's definitely the one thing that I think we'll probably always need to improve on because it's every team something to improve on. But yeah, I think it's communication.
That is a fantastic answer, Coach Grady. We look forward to watching you and your JV team this year. Thanks a lot for giving us some insight on what's to come this season.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to pass the rock over to the head cat now, our girls varsity coach, Mr. Eric Legal, who's entering his third season as the Cats head coach. Coach, you want to go ahead and introduce our viewers to our first group coming up to the podium, or the table, I should say.
First group that's coming up are our seniors, Ellie, Maddie, and Addie.
Come on down. You good, Eleanor?
Yeah.
You look good. All right. All right, Coach Legal. How have the first few days of practice gone so far on the varsity side of things?
They've been good. Like Coach Grady talked about, the energy in the gym's been really good. You never know what it's going to be like the first few days. Obviously, it's a change for a lot of these girls. They've had off the last few weeks, and so it is a change. It's a big commitment that they make as the season starts, but the energy's been high. They're taking in the feedback that we're giving them, and I'm excited for what's to come.
Awesome. What's the biggest thing you've learned about your team so far?
That we still have lots of scores on the team, and we still got to figure out what is sometimes a good shot and when sometimes we have to pass the ball a little bit more for a great shot. We're excited. I think they already probably want to play Barneveld tomorrow night, but we still got some things we got to work on between now and then. So, yeah, I know we're going to be able to score the ball. We just got to figure out how to make sure that we're not playing defense 2/3 of the game. So,
Great answer. You just answered the next question, so I'm going to go right to that question after that. What are some of your team's strengths going into this season?
we bring back a lot of experience. We went from last year not having a senior, and so many people around us would have probably said we're inexperienced. And now we come back with 3 seniors that have played varsity ball for 3 years already. 3 seniors that have played a lot of varsity ball since their sophomore year. After that, we have 2 now sophomores. I almost think they're juniors and seniors already that played a ton of basketball last year. So our top 5 and 6 have had a lot of experience on the floor. After that, right, we're going to have to build some experience up. And so for us, it's fitting those other pieces into the puzzle. Players that didn't get to play a lot with that group last year in games. So we gotta figure out how that's going to look. And then, just kind of grow our team depth-wise for sure.
All right, one last question for you for this. What's one thing that you're specifically looking for from this group of 3 up here?
Obviously, the leadership is big. I talked to Maddie a little bit the other night, but I told her, like, what we need from the senior group right now is to give those role players, a whole lot of love, right? Because they're going to make mistakes. These players have played together for a long time, and they kind of know where they're going to be and the reads that they're going to make. And so with those players that are going to come off the bench, right, those are the players that are going to have the hardest time because they're looking at it as new roles. I'm with new kids this year. And so I need them to be leaders, to give them positive encouragement. And even when they make a mistake, right, it has to be positive feedback back because they're the ones that are going to feel it the most at first, right? So that's the biggest thing that I need from them. And then I just need them to lead on and off the court. So we can do a lot of great things this year, but obviously things can rattle us pretty fast. So they need to be the strongest people within our team. If things aren't going good, right, I shouldn't be able to look at these 3 and say things aren't looking good, right? They should be the most positive individuals on our team at all times. So,
All right. I'm going to throw it over to you 3 now. Any one of you can answer these questions. Here's your first one. What's one thing that you're most excited for this season?
I think one thing, all 3 of us, but we said playing with the same team that we had last year, and gaining more people. We're not losing anyone. We're just gaining better players. Being able to play with the same group is really special for us.
I'm excited to see the improvement we made from last year to this year and play with this group one last time and have a lot of fun.
I also just think the same thing as they said.
All right. Next question. What's your number 1 goal for this season?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious between everyone to win conference because that's something we've been chasing since we were even freshmen, but then our sophomore through senior year is to get that conference championship.
And a regional plaque. I really want one of those. And maybe even sectional, too.
All of them.
Go big or go home, right?
Yep.
Yes.
There we
That's
go.
what we do.
That's what we do. All right. With that said, which team or player do any of you guys look forward to competing against the most this season?
I look forward to Cambridge because I feel like they are pretty even with us. They do have a lot of height, but I feel like we have good strengths that can outweigh their strengths, but I think it'll be a really good contest for us.
I don't have like a specific player, but I like always playing New Glarus. This is always a fun environment. Gets everyone hyped.
I agree.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Al. That's a great answer. All right. Coach, anything that they just kind of touched on, can you expand on any of that? Or maybe you have a specific game that you have circled on your calendar that you want to talk about.
I think Maddie hits it on the head. Our first goal, right, is to win conference, and so those 10 games that we have in conference are going to be super important for us. You know, our goal is that on senior night, on Valentine's Day, will be our 9th conference game, not 10th, but 9th. And our goal is to win that game, so at least we have a share of the conference championship and do it on their senior night. So they've been working super hard since their sophomore year for this moment. And, you know, it hasn't been there yet. We've had glimpses last year where we played with the top 2 teams in conference. Now we got to play a full game, right, to accomplish that goal. Obviously, our schedules, they did not make it easy for us. So before we hit conference season in January, we're going to have a lot of tough tests, a lot of top teams in the state at all Division III and 4 and 5. So we'll get battle tested before that time comes. I know these girls are excited for Barneveld. They're super excited to bring Albany and Argyle into our home facility before we hit Thanksgiving break. So we're going to know a lot about our team the first 3 games, good, bad, whatever it might be. Obviously, we're trying to win all 3, but no matter what happens, we can still accomplish what we want to accomplish, right? So, you know, we'll be ready to go when those times come, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
All right. It's time for rapid fire questions. If anything, I'll get you ready for that wicked schedule. It's this. All right, here we go. Addie Edge, what's your go-to for a pregame meal?
Jersey Mike's or Subway.
Getting hungry already. Ellie Doyle, funniest teammate.
Hayden.
Of course. Maddie DeSmet, favorite opponent's gym to play in.
I'd say New Glarus because we get really hyped there.
Yep.
And just there's a lot of people that like to show out for those games, and it's really exciting.
Darn right. Addie Edge, best uniforms in our conference or on our schedule
Oh,
besides ours?
yeah.
Because
Besides
I
ours.
designed them.
I like Cambridge or yeah, I'd probably say Cambridge actually.
Cambridge. Interesting. Either of you two disagree with that?
No, their away uniforms are nice.
Or maybe like Lakeside Lutheran.
Yeah,
I feel like
Or
they,
Lake
have-
Mills.
they would have good ones.
but ours are the best.
Yeah.
Black. We need to add black to our colors here.
Yeah,
Cody.
I like black looks pretty good.
Mean. All right. Ellie Doyle, what's your go-to pregame song or music to listen to?
Fiend by Travis Scott.
Popular choice. All right. Ellie, I'm going to come right back at you. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Favorite restaurant?
Pancheros.
Nice. All right. Let's see. Maddie, favorite TV show to binge?
Right now, Outer Banks because part 2 just came out.
Ooh,
I'm kind of upset about it, but it's okay.
Uh-oh. Trouble out of the gate. Last one for you, Maddie. What's your hidden talent?
I can juggle.
Can you? Who's got some balls? Anyone? Chainsaws? All right. Addie, favorite high school class you've had and why?
Ooh, I think any of like Hodges' class, honestly, like they're always fun. Me and Maddie had a lot of fun in econ.
I'm heartbroken she didn't say art. But I'll get over it. I'll get over it.
It's okay. I really like
Second
your classes
favorite.
too.
If I could be second to Mr. Hodson, I'm okay with that. All right. You 3, good luck this season. You know I'll be right there with you every step of the way. And
Thanks,
I
pal.
can't wait to see what we do this year. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.
Thanks, pal.
Thanks, Beans.
All right, Coach. Time for the juniors. Bring them on up. Go ahead and introduce them as they come up.
All right, we got Cora, Demila, Toria, Taya, and Bales.
All right, first question for you, Coach. Tell me a little bit about this group and what you're hoping to see from them this year.
This is an awesome group. I'm glad it expanded by 2 this year. So Bailey and Taya came back out. They've been a fantastic addition. I texted them after the first practice, and I said, it honestly does not seem like you've been away from the game for at all, right? They have stepped up. They're smart basketball players. They know both ends of the floor. I don't think Bailey has missed more than 20% of her shots this week. I mean, she's hitting everything. So very glad those two are back out, right? Then we got Toria, who's coming off of 2 years of lots of minutes at the varsity level. I think that she's going to push one of our other teammates for Conference Player of the Year with maybe a few people that want that, but she's going to be right there. And then we got Demila and Cora, who have a lot bigger role this year with that varsity group. And so, I'm excited to have them both with us full time for one, so I don't have to sit there and, say, Cora, I only got one half. I'm going to use you right now or not, right? But they both bring aspects to our team as far as some of the teamwork stuff. Cora, shout out to you again, but she was the best teammate that we had on our side of the floor tonight as far as her energy was contagious out there. And then Demila brings a side of strength and toughness to us that we're going to need, right? Like, she's not going to back down from nobody. And I think it shows in practice, and it's going to show in the games too. So really excited for their expanded roles this year, and they're going to be a big part of what we do.
Awesome. All right. Big group. I only have 2 questions for all of you, so feel free to elaborate a little or jump in if someone doesn't give a great answer, which I know won't happen. What are you most excited for this season?
I think I'm most excited for our first game against Barneville just to get things started. They're a good team and we're a good team, so I think it's going to be a really good game.
Anyone want to throw anything else out?
I think we are really excited for the new Glarus game. The energy is always high, and yeah, we do have lots of fans out there.
Anyone else? They summed it up. They hit the nail on the head. All right. Next question. How do you feel the first few days of practice have gone so far?
I think it's gone good. The energy and excitement have been high, and since we didn't lose anyone last year, I think our team has only grown, and we're seeing lots of people develop, and I think it's gone good in general.
Tay and Bailey, you've been out of the game for a while. How do you feel these first few days have gone for you guys?
I feel really good. It's been a lot of fun, and yeah, looks like it's going to be a good season.
It's fun when you don't miss a single shot.
That does make things much more fun. All right. Time for some rapid fire. You guys ready? All right. Here we go. Cora, funniest teammate.
Maple.
Interesting. All right. Bailey, what's your go-to for a pregame meal?
Probably Starbucks or Subway.
T, favorite opponent's gym to play in?
I'd say either Dodgeville or Marshall.
Good choices.
Elaborate on that.
Why Marshall?
Yeah.
Just like their gym.
You like that big cardinal?
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Demila, best uniforms in the conference or on our schedule?
New Glarus.
Why?
Yes. What? 'Cause I don't know. I just like how they look.
All right.
Like the black. Yeah.
Fair enough. There's a trend. Telling you. Taya, what's your go-to for a pregame song or music to listen to?
I like Magic by the Troublemakers and Pitch Perfect.
Good answer. All right. T, favorite restaurant?
I'd have to agree with Ellie and say Pancheros.
I had a feeling you might say that. Bailey, hidden talent.
I can do a front flip on a trampoline.
We got a trampoline. Oh, darn it. Demila, favorite TV show to binge?
Gilmore Girls or Suits.
Cora, last question. Favorite class this semester and why?
I think it's your art class because it's the most fun.
That is the best answer of the night right there. All right, we can stop right now, Coach. Just kidding. Ladies, it has been a pleasure. Thank you all for being here. Great answers. Let's bring up that sophomore group. Coach, you can kind of introduce everyone as they file up there. This is a big group, Coach.
She doesn't know where she's going. All right, we'll start down on the far end there. We got Zoe. Zoe is new to us this year, and she is a ball of energy. From the moment I had her the first day of class, she was there. She's brought something to the gymnasium, and so I'm really looking forward to having her energy in the gym. And she's a talented player. We got Bryn down there. Excited to have Bryn more with me this year too. She's a force. Again, very excited to have her and not have to say, is she with me or how many halves do I have? Okay. Kylie and Nicole played a lot of minutes last year for us at the varsity level. I'm really excited to see the work that they put in this off season. You're going to see it on the court. And then we have Hayden and we have Ava and we have Taylor. 3 players that have had a great 3 days of practice, and 3 players that too, you might see something out of these 3 this year. They're talented players. We just got to find their roles, and we have to use their strengths right now as their go-tos as they develop their other aspects of their game. So,
Well, you kind of answered my question that was coming next, but maybe you want to elaborate a little bit more. What specifically about this group are you looking for?
I'm just excited to see them take that next step, right? There's a ton of talent sitting up here, right? You look at when those juniors and seniors leave, this group right here can still continue on that tradition, right? So a ton of talent, but they all can develop their games in different ways. And it's how they do that and how they continue to come together. I think the biggest thing that we probably got to get better at right here is our confidence, right? So, being confident in those different situations, being confident in the court, being confident when things don't go our way, that next time the ball goes up, it's going to go in. Or the next time we have to make a one-on-one stop on defense, we're going to be able to make that stop. So for me, it's them taking that next step, and especially with the confidence piece.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to change things up on you guys just to keep it fresh. Any one of you can answer this. Favorite drill so far in practice?
I don't really care what it is, just so it's not zigzag.
That was my next question. Least favorite, but I knew the answer to that one, so I wasn't going to go there. Anyone else have a favorite thing about practice so far? Something that has stuck out in your head?
Probably the shooting drills.
I think we need to have the camera on more often, Coach, because I can tell you I've literally probably noticed almost every single one of these girls dancing in the gym the first 3 days. And when no one's watching, they don't think we're watching them, but they do. They dance.
I was waiting for someone to say the music, but I know Kylie doesn't like my music, so we're going to have to let Lucy be the DJ, I guess, more. And it's not even my music, it's Ava's, so you can get on her about it. All right, one more. Now that you've all had a year under your belt, what did you learn last year that has helped you be more prepared for this season?
You need to work together, and I think chemistry on a team is really big. And you can't do everything by yourself. You have to use your teammates to pick each other up and play with each other. And I think that last year that really taught me that.
Great answer.
I think attitudes have a really big effect on how everyone plays. Like if one person's down, the whole team's down, and we really need to get better at that.
Anyone else?
more zigzag drills.
Or zigzag coach. Just for Nicole. All right, girls. Time for rapid fire. I'm going to switch this up a little. Nicole, favorite class this semester and why?
Probably AP Gov, not because of the class, just because I like Hodge, and he's like the only teacher that actually makes me do my
Careful
work.
now. Careful. You're not wrong. Bryn, favorite TV show to binge?
I don't really watch TV shows, but I just finished Outer Banks.
Okay. TV routes your brain, Bryn. Don't, you know. Zoe, what's your hidden talent?
My hidden talent is that I can like lay on the floor and put my legs over my head.
I've watched them stretch. She might be a human pretzel. There is no doubt. Way too flexible. Makes my joints hurt. All right. Taylor, favorite restaurant?
Probably Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. There's a Chick. All right. What's your order?
I don't know, just like a chicken sandwich.
No mac and cheese? You're
No
un-American. Kylie, what's your go-to pregame song or music? Since mine is disagreeable to you.
I don't really have a personal song I listen to before games, but we do the Cupid Shuffle in the locker room before every game, so probably that.
There we go. Nicole, I already know your answer, but I'm going to ask that anyway. Best uniforms in our conference or on our schedule?
Well, on our schedule, it's Mineral Point. I just like the light blue and the white together.
Interesting. You just threw me a curveball. I didn't think that was going to be your answer. All right. Aiden, favorite opponent's gym to play in?
Probably Marshall or Naglaris, because Marshall always has a good student section, so it's like.
Yes, they do. Good answer. Ava, what's your pregame meal?
Chicken sandwich from Quick Trip and a drink from Destination.
Oh, man, quick trip. Aiden, turning the tables. Favorite. Funniest teammate.
Probably Nicole Schultz.
Why?
She's just a funny person making all these jokes.
She is indeed. She is indeed. Sophomores, good luck this season. Thank you all. Last and certainly not least, our freshmen. Once they're situated, Coach, go ahead and kind of give us a little down on the freshmen, what you've seen so far from them, just a few days in, what you like, what you want to see a little more of.
All right, so we'll start left to right again. So we got Sarah down there at the end. We have Ellie, we have Jocelyn, we have Maple, we have Peyton, and we have Millie. I have to give this group a big shout out because though they were probably a little nervous that first day of practice, what this group brings to the gym, it's contagious and it better be contagious. I think you got to give not only their parents a big shout out, but you got to give Pete, Pam, Todd, all their coaches throughout the years, because this is a group that is probably tighter than any group I've been around, right? Like they know how to pick each other up when one person's down. They know that they need to bring the energy every given night. I mean, if someone makes a shot, all 10 are almost going running for each other to get excited. So it's been fun to watch in the gym. Just like with the sophomores, one thing they got to work on, not only just getting kind of into our system a little bit more, but I would say confidence, because there is a whole lot of skill here. We're breaking them out of their shell, right? The first day we let them play one-on-one with each other. The next day we kind of split them up a little bit more. I didn't get too many bad glares, right? But, we just got to keep throwing them out there in front of different people because they have the skill to do it. They just got to get a little more confident in those situations. So I'm excited to see them on the court, and I'm excited to have them for 4 more years.
All right. Ladies, a couple of questions for you as a group. Anyone can answer, so feel free to chime in whenever you're ready. First question for you guys. Only a few days in to practice here, but what are probably some of the biggest differences you've seen so far from 8th grade to high school basketball?
I noticed a lot in 8th grade. We focused more on shooting and ball handling, and in high school, or at least this first week, we're in the gym a lot more, and we're getting like pushed to like grow our muscles. Yeah.
Getting big in the weight room.
I like working with a lot of different like people, and it's not just my grade, and I experience different people and work with other people.
Peyton, what hand? What hand's your strong hand? Don't say it. Tell people.
It's a secret.
Anyone else? All right. With those things said, how do you guys feel the first few days have gone so far? Whether it's for you personally or as a group.
I mean, I think as a group, it's been like stressful, but I think we're really like getting the hang of it. And I feel like we're liking how much we're getting pushed and how much we're getting like motivated to do things.
I agree with Peyton. Like, definitely like making us like work a lot harder, but it's definitely like showing. I feel like making us a lot better even in the first few days.
So stressful, but unstressed. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Great answers. All right. You know what time it is. It's time for rapid fire. Let's see if I can go in a different order. Ellie Jean, favorite class this semester and why?
I'd say culinary with Miss Gartley because we get to make a lot of food. That's really good.
That's a great answer, Ellie. Making me hungry again. I'm going to come right back to you. Ready? All right. Favorite TV show to binge watch?
I agree with everyone that said Outer Banks, but I'd probably say Grey's Anatomy or Chicago Med.
Nice. All right. Getting a little variety. Sarah, what's your hidden talent?
I can put my feet behind my head.
No way. Who wants to see that? Another day. All right. Millie, favorite restaurant?
Oh, I like Culver's.
Order?
Usually like just a plain cheeseburger.
No cheese curds?
Well, yeah, cheese curds too, but like amazing.
All right. You saved that answer. All right. Joss, what's your go-to pregame song or music to listen to?
Only by Nicki Minaj.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Maple, favorite movie quote?
No trolls left behind. And troll.
Now I know
quoted
why
by-
you are the funniest.
Me and Joss made that one up.
Love it. Peyton, did I have this? Uh-oh. No, I didn't. Okay. Peyton, I did ask this question already. So I'm going to have to come up. I'm coming back to you. Don't worry. Maple, right back at you. What's your go-to for a pregame meal?
For volleyball, it was the long Costco hot dogs. Sometimes with a bun and sometimes without.
Do
I'm gonna
you
keep
get
that
the soda
going.
too?
No, just
No
the
soda,
hot dog.
just the hot dog.
Yeah.
And how much is the hot dog? Just the hot dog? $1.50?
Well, yeah.
How can you go wrong with that?
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend.
Joss, funniest teammate.
I think Maddie's pretty funny, and I hang out with Peyton a lot, and she's funny. She makes me laugh.
You got a bunch of jokesters, I guess. Don't you? All right. I got to come back to Peyton. But I'm out of questions. What's one that I haven't asked? Those don't relate to you guys because you haven't played anyone yet. Peyton, I'm just going to ask the one that I had on here, even though I asked Sarah already. Hidden talent.
Kind of what Bailey said. If I can do some cool tricks on a trampoline,
Such as?
some flips, some somersaults.
All right. All right.
about who is your favorite teacher so far in high school?
Oh,
Teacher.
way to pit us against each other, Coach.
Well, I don't really have illegal, so Beans or Hodge.
Can't go wrong.
You know, I'm starting to think that they're trying to get brownie points from Hodge.
And I'm okay with that.
I would be too if I was them because, you know, I would need all the bonus points I could in his class. But I'm starting to think there's a theme here. I wonder if he's paying them points for his name to come out.
That is a possibility, Mr. Hodson. But whatever he tells them, you might want to think twice about what he tells you. Because it's maybe not always true. All right, ladies. Thank you all for being here. Best of luck this season in everything that we're doing. Coach. Oh, let's see here. We want to thank Coach Legal and the Wildcats for taking the time tonight to give us a little preview of what's to come this season. We also want to thank all of you who are watching at home and all of you who will be watching later on, and everyone who showed up tonight to be here with us to watch this extravaganza. Looking ahead, Wildcats are going to travel to Monroe tomorrow for a scrimmage with the Cheesemakers. Both JV and varsity will be scrimmaging. Our season opener is next Thursday at Barneville, and our home opener is going to be next month, or following Monday, I should say, the 25th against the defending Division 5 state champion, Albany Monticello. We look forward to seeing everyone and hearing everyone in the stands all season long, cheering loudly for this very talented group of young ladies. All I got left to say is claws out, Wildcats.